Guys, UWG Nick here and welcome back to Shadow Warrior 2. Today we end this game and we're going to do it right away. We're going to go to missions and we are going to click the Battle of the Gates story mission. You have to stop Meona from destroying the outer gates. And now they're going to tell me that once I start Battle of the Gates, I won't be able to leave it. Side missions, free roams, and etc. is gone, and after this you can start a new game. So I know it's the last mission of the game because it pretty much tells me to that that's the case. I upgraded my sword a little bit so it has higher damage, more crit chance, and more crit bonus. I'm not running any elemental on it, I'm just running crit. As far as skill points go, I placed them all in movement speed just to get my ass to where I need to be faster. And that's about it. There's not really much else to tell. Battle of the Gates.
I'm on my way, Lo Wang. Hold her off until I get there.
Yes, sir. Captain Ahab, sir.
Can you just resist the temptation to destroy the world for 5 minutes?
Oh, but I so love a good apocalypse.
The survival of our species hangs in the balance, you feckless idiotic.
Don't forget immature.
Do not do anything drastic until we arrive.
What's that? You're breaking up. Asshole.
I can still hear you.
I know. Bye, sweetie.
Alright, what does it mean? My desire to destroy the world. I've been fighting against that the whole time.
Lo Wang, there you are. Amiona has occupied the body.
Shocker.
Is that the giant beast I saw trying to destroy humanity? Small world.
When Gazu transferred her soul into it, the strain caused it to mutate yet again.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Not really.
And she's been drinking all the black rain she can reach. She may already be strong enough to destroy the gates.
Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think this bachelorette party has gotten out of hand. You think Smith's antidote will even work on her?
It's the only option. Subdue her and administer the cure. If it works, I will place Kamiko's soul back into her body. Then I can use Kamiko for the sealing rite.
Use me for... That's his plan?
Hey, Mezu, this sealing business, is that something Kamiko will, you know, survive?
That's none of your concern.
But it's her
Thanks,
concern.
Dad. Not my...
Let me guess, no gift on Father's Day this year?
Go!
Alright, well this doesn't sound
You
great.
have my back here, right?
Oh yeah, fuck that fascist prick. I'll stop the body, but I'm not giving it to fucking Mezu.
Is it me or are you growing a conscience?
Hey, just don't tell anyone. It's bad for business.
He's not growing a conscience, he just likes being an asshole to people. Well, hello there.
Amiona? Oh, that... She stole my body!
We're gonna go Z immediately. If I can... Oh no, we don't have enough C. That's bad.
Stop yelling in my fucking head.
Well,
Wait, is this better? Go get my
okay, this is a problem. This is actually a problem.
Now it's just you and me.
The music is epic though.
And her body. Okay, it's complicated.
We're gonna have to... Oh, she pops these, things out of the ground as well. Perfect. I need those. That. I need that. Is it full? Fuck me, it's not full. I don't know what that is, but I don't want it on me. Oh. There's gonna be a lot of dodging in this one. Did I see a skull? I saw a skull. Z! Okay, let's go. You bitch. I got crits for days, bitch. Do this all night. I got maxed out the skill as well. Okay, well that's not all night, but I can do it a lot. I'm gonna take the chance to just keep slashing since... Oh, she's not taking any damage. Okay. Come on. I don't know what you're doing. You're like stuck in the same animation there all the time. What exactly are you doing? I mean, I'm taking damage, no doubt about that, but... Okay, well, let's leave her alone for a bit. Get the health. Okay. Did I get the skulls? Get the skulls. Get her in the legs. It doesn't do much damage though. That's my expert opinion. But they just keep popping up skulls, which is good. Let's see. Do I have enough? Nope, not yet. There needs to be another skull somewhere, I think. Hey! How are your legs?
That's nice.
Yeah, that one hurt. I shouldn't be underneath her goddamn foot. That's just stupid of me. Did I see? Oh, well, this is ammo. Let's try some fucking fire on her. Where is she? Did she go away? Disappeared. Oh, okay. Is that a skull? Ooh! Buggy, buggy! I can survive this. I'm not sure if she can. I don't think she can.
She's down!
What do I do?
Quickly, put the preparation on your sword.
Okay, here goes.
That's not my sword. I didn't use that sword.
Thank you.
Thank me. For what?
Killing me.
Hey, no problem.
I'm going to kill you.
Quickly! The body is dying. We must get Kamiko into it before it's too late. Amiona! Leave my daughter's body! Then I will extract you.
Kill her, now. Before my father can doom her and trap me.
Alright. Wait, you
I wish
stabbed her in the
killing
foot?
you would accomplish something.
Is this a party or a funeral? Why the long faces?
Uncle Zing?
What's going on here?
I was attempting to reseal the gates, but this peon has destroyed my best efforts, and very likely doomed us all.
I just wanted to pet the rabbits, George. You impetuous fool!
The situation does sound a tad bleak.
There is another way. This place is a soul well, is it not?
It is.
Rather than sealing the gates closed with my sacrifice, let us seal them open with my living soul.
Utter nonsense.
Is it? After all, these are gates, not walls, brother. Perhaps we should align them to their purpose.
This world will not survive.
This world will change, but it will go on. I was born of this energy, and I can bend it to my will. Allow me to rectify these wounded worlds to one another. It's what I was born to do.
Incredible.
I will not be party to this madness.
Sometimes madness is the only course open to us. I will help you, child.
Okay, Kamiko. You all packed?
I try to travel light. Thank you, Lo Wang. You've been a good friend to me, and a worthy partner.
Damn right.
From hell, okay?
You can rely on it.
Here we go. Hopefully she will
Oh, she turned into a dragon. Did she have to eat me the first thing she did? Really? Wait, that's how it ended? Thank you for playing. Flying Wild Hog. Flying Wild Hog game director Mikhail Sustak. Well, I hope there's more after the end credits, but like, that was a very abrupt, very odd ending. And a very odd, like, very short last episode, let's put it that way. What did I think of this game? There's a lot of systems in it that don't need to be here. Like, a lot. If they want to make... There's something that's imbalanced in this game. The loot, they give you too much and all of it is crap. They should cut the loot system and go with just the skills and the different weapons. They could have done more with the weapons instead. Like, give them what is now given to you in like little gems that you can fiddle around with like 3% here and minus 2% there. They should have placed that into the weapons to begin with. They had like over 70 different weapons in the game. I didn't collect all of them, not even near. But that's what I've read somewhere. Over 70 different weapons. Why couldn't they just give those weapons stats to begin with? Especially since later on in the game you have the option of improving certain weapons by giving those orbs of Masamune to them. So no weapon, even if you collect it early on in the game, would need to be unusable or defunct later on in the game. Because yes, you could give them the end game weapon in the beginning of the game, it would make it easier. But if you gave them a shit weapon earlier on in the game and made it cheaper to improve later on in the game compared to later weapons that you get, you could balance it that way. So that in the end you would have an arsenal of viable weapons. That all have different like stats, fire, toxic, whatever there is. There's ice, whatever, electric. And you could like, by modifying the weapons or like upgrading the weapons, you could stick to the ones that you want and still have all these fire, toxic, and so on available to you without having to fiddle with the little gem things. For armor and that kind of stuff, they could just have you find or buy new armor sets or new medallions or whatever you want. The whole loot system is like, it's too much and it's too min-maxy to be fun. I like their skill system and their level system. That was pretty good. Finding new skills, being able to buy new skills and then upgrade them with your experience points. A very decent, very time-tested, always works, and it was a good system. I like that. The skills that they gave you, maybe not the most fun, but definitely something that you felt. There was nothing that gave you like, well, there were like chi abilities. I didn't use chi almost at all in the game. Another section that's kind of underused in the game. But there were chi abilities that you got, like spikes from the ground and all that kind of stuff. They could have maybe had like enemies that were immune to physical or something like that to kind of force you to also use the chi. Or resistant to physical or anything like that. But it felt like I surfed through this game with using only the heal ability and nothing else. Oh yeah, the Z, the ultra killer thing. That one was decent. I like that one. But none of the other chi abilities really tickled my interest nor anything I used. But the abilities themselves otherwise were good. Like, even the ones that I did use, it didn't change how I played. But they definitely, I felt the increase in power for every step. Like the stab and the spinny attack. They did more damage and it was satisfying to get those. I think a lot of this game lives on the Wang character. He was amusing, like always a wise ass, a bit childish as he admitted himself, but still amusing in his own way, entertaining at least. The combat was very messy, and once you got like into good melee, you stopped using ranged weapons. They tried to like force you to use different weapons by having like these enemies being ice resistant, electric resistant, vulnerable to fire, etc, etc. But it just ended up with me not using electric fire, corrosion, etc. at all, and just going with critical hits and running with it, and it worked splendidly. Like, I did almost no side missions in this game. So I don't know. How would I rate this game? Not very high. Not at all. The story was convoluted and a little bit difficult to follow. It wasn't anything that really pulled you into it or made you want to find out what's going on. Everything seemed pretty clear cut, and it was a very typical story. So nothing to write home about on that. Combat in itself, the sounds were good. The gun sounds were good, satisfying. The models were way too big, but that was I don't know. It's like an FPS problem that they have. A lot of FPSs uses oversized gun models, like way oversized. The only reason I could play the way I did was freaking because I have an ultra wide. The gun models look a little bit smaller here, but even for me, they took up a good chunk of the screen. A little bit unnecessary. But the models were very, very good. They were very detailed, like especially the special weapons, like that Skeletor gun, the skull gun, looked really, really cool. But oversized models, seriously. Technically, this game is fantastic. I think it was the first game ever to provide true HDR. It runs in ultra wide just by default. It runs with SLI. It has a shit ton of options for fiddling with the graphics, etc., etc. So technically, this is a very, very solid game. It was just somehow they went with the cheesy and it translated into gameplay. I'm not sure I like that aspect of it. The cheesiness I can deal with, but the cheesiness like in gameplay was weird. The side missions were absolute trash. They were absolutely the type of collect 10 bear asses that Total Biscuit said they were. Most of them were like kill 50 of this, kill 38 of that. It was nuts. The side missions were just insane. Oh yeah, not a great fan of that. It feels like there's a really, really good base for a really good game here, but they didn't do anything with it. Like, all time was spent on building the base, and they forgot to put a game around it. A little bit disappointing. What can you do? Now, I hope that there's more to this. There has to be something else after if I press any key to return to the main menu. I don't want to press it, because I don't want to skip if there's anything after the end credits. I'm going to sit here and watch the end credits. Wait, did it start over? It started over. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's... Wait, resume game? What happens? Alright. So... Teleport, hold T. Can I teleport without her being in my head? This is closed off. What the hell? Wait, I can do side missions on this? Why would I want to? Alright, I guess I can fuck about in the game. Do I have any missions? No, they're all just free roam now. Alright, so once you beat the game, you get to free roam and keep collecting and I guess upgrading shit. Don't know why you would want to, but it's available to you. Weird choice. Also, really weird ending. Really, really weird ending. You just kind of chomped me and that was it. Alright, I guess this is the end of Shadow Warrior 2. Very strange ending to the story. I wanted to see a lot more information about what happened and what was going on. But, nope. Dragon Lady just bit my head off and that was it. Alright, so this is it. If you've been watching this series, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And share my video and channel with other people with authorized screens and or people who like to watch Let's Plays, because that's what I do. This will be the end of Shadow Warrior 2. Final rating, it's good for a laugh. Buy it like for $5, maybe 10 if you're feeling desperate for anything to play. It's a semi-relaxing kind of hack and slash shooter with some witty dialogue and so forth. It's good for a laugh, but nothing that you need to save up for, that's for sure. Buy it really, really cheap. I'm pretty sure your computer will love it either way, because there's a ton of customization options for the graphics, and there's a really solid frame to the game. So that'll be it for Shadow Warrior 2. We're gonna leave Wang right here in the snowy mountains. I think these are mountains in front of the Wang Cave. And maybe if there's a Shadow Warrior 3 at some point, we'll play that as well. But we are done with this game for now. So on to the next LP, which currently would be Wolfenstein Youngblood, and whatever may come in the future. See you in the next one. For now, bye bye.